Hi guys, Marvin from Trek Chronicles here, and today I'm going to give you my top 3 tricep movements that you have never done before. I'm going to start on the Olympic rings. I've done this with the Smith machine. I've done this with the barbell. I only recently did it with the rings, and I probably like it with the rings better, yeah? A range, you can increase the range. The barbell usually stops where your head stops. With the rings, you can go right in. It's easy to adjust the weight. All you need to do, yeah, closer to horizontal. More weight, closer to vertical, even for an absolute beginner. You can just do that. You can dictate how much weight you thrust forward. I'm going to be starting with 3 sets of 10 to 15 and hopefully blow up those arms. So second on the menu, I am on the Nautilus chest press. A lot of other brands do this particular chest press. The movement I'm doing, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it. Sure, I didn't invent it, but I just moved around one day. I thought it felt good. So basically, I get the seat, I drop it low, as it can go like that. Yeah, if you have a shorter torso than me, it may be more of a skull crush. It's more of like a sort of JM press height, I guess, for me, because it's at like my collarbone, maybe the top of the throat. I grab it close. Now, doing this with crazy range, yeah, I'm on number 4. Crazy range on this particular movement, yeah, it's awkward because like tension comes off the muscle and you're literally just doing a weird external rotation type thing with bad form. But yeah, basically I grab the handles close with an overhand grip like that. I press out. I keep my elbows tucked. Yeah, I'm not flaring like that. Keep my elbows tucked. Press. So yeah, you've done a few sets of that. You want a harder variation. I find that like the last part of my press is, not as challenging as the first part. I need to grow of my sort of off the chest strength. So how do I do that? Yeah. I'm going to do about 5 sets of full range. Yeah. After I've done 5, then I'm going to go half range. Yeah. So that's my weaker point. And I'm just going to spend time under tension and really work that tricep in a sort of the flexion position of the elbow rather than extension. I also find this also hits my chest reasonably well. Not enough to not train chest that day, but I love putting it on a chest and tricep day. Now, last, I'm going to go through the most advanced variant. This one is a single arm movement. So basically, both arms at all times for balance purposes are going to be off, yeah? And you can either go one at a time, like that. I can feel my scapulas and serratus like trying to stabilize the head of my humerus and really trying to do what my brain's telling it to. And the other one that's even more tricky, yeah, is at the same time. So I fight resistance and I push. So this time, fighting resistance with my right, pushing with the left, and vice versa. With that last variant, I didn't get quite as much stimulus as I did like with the first 2. But neurologically and like my brain building pathways, I felt like that did a lot for like my sort of functional strength and, my movement. So yeah, look, if you can do them all, hey, do them all in one workout, and then just knock off triceps and go train something else. So third and final exercise on this tricep series, we're doing the medial head, which sits under the long head of the tricep, often neglected. How do you do that? You have to supinate your hands when you're pronating. So you have to turn them that way and push down. It makes your long head of your tricep look bigger. So I'm just going to be doing a few different angles. First, nice and easy like that. Secondly, if you want to get a bit tricky, so when I'm on this thing with the backrest, I use it as a backrest sometimes. I more often like stick my butt up here, right? And it's just like, gives me the perfect 90-degree angle for doing like an overhead tricep push down, which is an exercise that I reckon I can jam more sets and my elbows like it more, but also my tricep, the heads just get more blood flowing and then I just feel pumped after I do them. All right, so one more variant. So I'm generally stronger at my regular tricep extension. So I'm going to do it slightly fatigued. and not burn out like this, try to do, I don't know, 12 to 15. Yeah, and then jam it straight into a superset. So that's 3 exercises to add to your tricep repertoire. I'm Marvin. Subscribe to Strength Chronicles and let me know how it went in the comments.